Honey Badgers. So if you saw my unboxing, I think it was in the Stitch one I did recently from Diamond Art Club. I think in that one I mentioned that there was a Disney one on Diamond Art Club's actual primary website that I was looking at maybe getting. Here we are. I decided to go ahead and get it. So today we're going to unbox Make Your Own Destiny. I'm not sure who does the art on this, if it's just considered Disney. I was seeing if there was like an actual artist name. I don't see an actual artist name on this. I just see that it's Disney one through Diamond Art Club. So this is a Tiana, Princess and the Frog inspired image of just the downtown area, her little business there with the car and the lights and the street lamps. This one is a little interesting because I noticed it opens from the side somehow, so I gotta figure that out. I do like on the side that it has Tiana there and it says Unleash Your Inner Artist, like in a cross stitch pattern almost. I know it's probably supposed to be looking like diamond art, but to me it kind of looks like a cross stitch, which is sort of in the same family. Okay, so let me figure out how to do the side here, because normally these open from the top, but this one for some reason has the tabs on the side of the box. So we'll pop that open. Give you a peek of how the inside of the box is set up. So you got your toolkit laying right on top, canvas there, and then at the bottom is your little envelope there. So to open these, you just pull up on the sides of the diamond and then open it up like a envelope. And then down on the inside, you have your QR code to get into their Facebook group. And then 20% off your first app purchase if you download their app. Some tips and tricks if you're new to diamond painting, plus some picture images to help if you're confused about anything. And then what's inside your kit. And then you have your sticker sheet here. So these are all your sticker DMCs for labeling your containers when you go to kit up. Your sticker image is there, so that's what we're working with. This kit is in square, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that, but there you go. 56 colors, square kit, 22 by 22 inches, 55.8 centimeters by 55.8 centimeters, so perfect square. And then this is your treasure chest card that they've been putting in with their kits now. So this is a silver one, looks like. No, bronze, sorry. It does tell you on there. So this is a bronze one. And in my Stitch one that I did, the Stitch one came from the Amazon store from Diamond Art Club, their actual Amazon storefront, where they put some of the more budget-friendly ones. The Stitch one that I unboxed in that video had a Treasure Quest card in it as well. So that's in your little information packet there. Your toolkit here. Your toolkit is your little dabbing putty pen that I figured out post-edit. If you saw in that video, I figured out that the putty is actually... Why am I not there? Okay. The putty is actually down in the, I almost said first placer, the one placer. If you twist, then you'll feel the putty start coming out from the tip there. And then you also have a place to put a multi-placer if you want to do that. But that's why this comes with a cap, so that your putty down in there doesn't get dried out. So you got one of those pens, bag of bags, and then your tray here. That opens up like that. It's down in there. The clear putty, heart wax there, and then a 7-placer, I think it is. Yeah, 7-placer down in there. And then your tray with the plug in it there. Really nice trays. So that is your toolkit for this one. Why is that? Okay. Didn't have that quite lined up. So your kit comes packaged, protective packaging on that. Figure out how to, you know what, there's a little tear in the plastic here. I'll just use that to my advantage. All right, so this Diamond Art Club canvas is not the super soft lint back ones. This one has more of that polyester feel to it, because as far as getting stuff off of the actual Diamond Art Club website, this one is still kind of in their budget range. I think, I forget exactly, I want to say this one was maybe 45, which is still on the budget side for Diamond Art Club. So that may be why it's still got some softness to it. There's still like a tiny bit of that lint back-esque feel to the back. It's not like really rough, but it's not the super soft velvety canvases that Diamond Art Club is typically known for. So that could be why, is that this was kind of more on their budget end canvases still. But as I mentioned in the stitch video, I don't buy a lot from Diamond Art Club. I know there are other diamond painters where they say they buy exclusively from Diamond Art Club because that's what they like to get. With me, I have a hard time finding canvases from them that I'm just really swooning over. Let me pull you down just a little bit. They have plenty of canvases that I see where I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but for me and my interests, it's kind of forgettable. It's not, they don't come out with a lot of images that I get super excited to put in my collection, so that's why they're kind of scarce on my channel. But when I saw this one, this one was just too much of me in it, too much of my interest and style and sort of personal motivation and all of that. I couldn't pass this one up. So this has the perforated sheets that they started doing not too long ago. I don't know if you can tell there. I'm trying to get close up. There we go. Okay. My tripod is being a little wonky, so I'm trying to figure out how to move this without having the tripod tip on you and make a whole big mess of this filming. But yeah, see the gray lines there? So it gives you sections on where to divide this up if you want to. I was going to say, I don't know if these are perforated, but there are perforations on these. They're just kind of tiny, but they are in there. I don't know if the light is going to pick them up. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it. See, there's like a tiny thin perforation there that'll help you out there. But yeah, this is choose your own destiny, make your own destiny. I think I was thinking of like choose your own adventure, but I got it kind of mashed up in my head. But yeah, this is make your own destiny. This is Tiana inspired artwork from the Disney Princess and the Frog. I feel like Tiana is one of the princesses that is sort of an underdog princess. I don't feel like she gets mentioned quite as much as a lot of the other ones. And I've always loved the Princess and the Frog story. I don't know if I would say it's been like a favorite of mine, but it's one that's always like sort of resonated with me. It's one I've brought up a lot in my dating stories when I get together with friends. You know, the whole like, I think when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I even had like a keychain that said, you know, gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. And damn it, I thought I was close. I thought I had it, but no, there was still some warts on that one. But I like the idea of making your own destiny, making your own path. You know, like with the spirit of Tiana, she's very relatable in that, you know, she has that sort of girl boss energy of like, I don't need your help, I'll figure it out myself, whatever. But she also has that side of her that's like, you are kind of cute though. Damn it, you are kind of cute. Which a lot of women can find relatable, and I'm sure men. But I think it's more common with women to have that girl boss, women doing it for themselves kind of feel that makes Tiana really relatable. But overall, I just really liked this street scene with the little car going by, and there's a few little people over here, and then you have like the string of lights coming over the street lamp there, and then you have some cypress, is that the right one? I remember my trees. I think it's like cypress with like the oh dang it, what is it called? The hanging down vines. All my brain, I've lived in the South too long. All I can think is like when the hanging down stuff, all my brain says is chiggers, but that's not the name of the plant. But yeah, the hanging moss stuff. Dang it, there's a name for it, and it's escaping me right now because all my brain will say is chiggers. Because if you live in the South long enough, you learn that's where one of the places chiggers like to hide. And if you don't know what a chigger is, it's this little tiny burrowing insect that really likes to burrow into human skin. It's not fun. You gotta be really careful with tall grasses, long vines, anything like that. That's where they like to kind of nest. And then when the vines and stuff fall on you, then they find your skin and they're like, oh, I can make this work. Yeah, so I haven't had any of them like really burrow into me. I've had them like kind of fall on my hand or my leg or something like that, and I can immediately spot them and be like, oh, hell no. Because they're like these little red dots that show up, and they don't move like super fast, so they're pretty easy to catch, but they are really annoying. But yeah, that's kind of what I think of especially when I lived in Louisiana for a while. It's obviously because it's a common image with the bayou and Princess and the Frog imagery and all that. You see a lot of that hanging moss there. So yeah, just all the imagery, all the greenery. There's some greenery down by the lampposts here. And just the combination of like all the plant life going on and the night scene, and then the lights going through. It's just, I thought once this one was done, it was going to look really magical, as it should, since it's a Disney image. So yeah, all together, this is a 22 by 22 inch or 55 by 55 centimeter one. And let's take a look at the colors. There's not too much I can go on about with the image because it is kind of dark. But yeah, you do see some people here. There's a little bit of a wrought iron fence. Maybe over here. There you go. A little bit of a wrought iron fence over there, and some greenery and balconies. It's just like a really cozy southern, almost gothic southern kind of feel to it. I think that may be why I was also drawn to this, is I'm one of those weird literature people that actually likes Faulkner, William Faulkner novels. If you get into literature classes, that he's usually one of those dividing authors that people either love or hate. I always liked his writing style, but he is very much known for that sort of kind of gothic, southern gothic type of writing. So yeah, maybe reminded me of that a little bit. All right, getting into the colors here. There are some specials, as you can imagine. There are, let's see. I think the Z's these days stand for fairy dust. And then there's one special, like, crystal one in here. So, let me see. Hold on a second. This bag is very tightly bound. All right. We have a scene. Okay. So, let's see what's all up in these 56 colors. All right, so this is your one crystal one. You get a, looks like a clear crystal. It's in the square shape. Let me see if I can get a better look. There we go. It's clear crystal in a square shape. It does, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It does have some faceting on the top there. It looks sort of like a, almost like a grid pattern faceting. It kind of reminds me of like the, you know, I think they still make them. I think I've seen them at Lowe's every once in a while when people want to do retrofit renovations or something. But you remember those like glass cube squares that were really popular to put in like bathrooms and stuff in the 80s and 90s? Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So that's your one crystal color. And then somewhere down in here you have some more specials. But let's check out what all's in here. It's a night scene, so there's going to be a lot of dark colors because if you've been around here for a while, you might start picking up on the thing that I got kind of a thing for night scenes. So I do work with a lot of dark colors. Okay. I have no idea where the specials are on this, so I guess we'll be surprised together. Okay. So with this packet here, I'll just give you a run by of the colors. There's going to be some pinks and purples for the building in there, and then the car. Oops, hold on. Car. Well, come on now. Okay, there we go. The car here, which I think is very cute shape. It reminds me a little bit of the. I'm forgetting the name of it. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. The ones that we used to joke look like a shoebox. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But it is cute in cartoon form. But yeah, some purples, some pinks on the cars and the buildings. But a lot of the background and the plants and stuff naturally are going to be a lot of gray, blue, and green. So that's the color palette you can expect. There's a little bit of orange in there. And it's Diamond Art Club, so you could expect a lot of super sparkle just from the standard square resin drills. That's one thing. Just a few in these ones. With a 939, tiny bit in 939. Pretty sure the other specials are fairy dust, so I'm probably going to zip right past them and try to have to figure it out again later. But figure it out we shall. And then this last train here. Some really nice blues in this though. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of $37.99. I think that's a gray, in the gray family. Whole bunch of that. Ooh, these bags are chunky. Bunch of the 38.45. 2 bags of that. Two bags of this 38.42 color. Two bags of 38.44. If you like purple, 2 bags of that. And this one got smooshed. Okay, so yeah, I zipped right past whatever the other specials were because fairy dust, it's hard for me to see right off the bat. So let's see. 54, 55, and 56 are supposed to be your specials. Those aren't numbered that way. I'll have to do them by code. Okay, so 561. Okay, so this dark green here. There. You can kind of see it there. That is this sort of rich green here. That is one of your fairy dust colors. Actually picking it up on camera this time. So the fairy dust ones for green, I'm sure, are likely going to go in the bushes. And then your other two are, let's see, 3824. Here's another one, 3824. They aren't all together, so I gotta go digging. Here's another one of the fairy dust ones. It's a little bit of this fairy dust gray. Actually picking it up, I'm surprised. Yeah, get a little bit of that. So I'm guessing that's gonna go in the lamp post, but let me double check. Oh, is it not? Huh, I thought it was gonna go in the lamp post, but it appears not. Let's see. I can see a little bit of this fairy dust gray right here next to these plants by the door. So I don't know if that makes like a little planter kind of ledge there, but that's one spot it's going. Trying to see if there's anywhere else. There's not a ton of it there, so I feel like it's just going to be like a little bitty accent there. But dang, if that's it, if that's the only place, is just like in the front of the building here, I may just go ahead and put it in the lamppost, even though it doesn't look like it's labeled there. This lamppost screen up here seems like it'd be a place where it would be pretty logical to put that. So yeah, I may do that. May throw some of this fairy dust up in there. And then the other one, for some reason I'm not seeing. Let me look again. 3824. I don't know why my eyes keep missing that one. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's this peachy tone. So it looks like there's a whole bunch of that one. This one is a little bit harder to catch on camera, but that's supposed to be your other fairy dust one. It's this peachy tone. So that one, that looks like it's going in the windows here. So that could be really pretty. All these like little dash marks here. Those are all, yeah, it's all going in the windows. And then there's some up here at the roof line here going into the tower area. There's some up in the tower there. So yeah. Oh, and it's all across the top here. Accents on the roof line there and right there. So that's where all this peachy tone is going. And that's it. That's all your specials. So yeah. Oh, and then these, I don't know if I mentioned, but these are going to be your lights going up this chain here are all going to be these. So yeah, I don't know. I may add some more into that. I may not go crazy with it because it's a night scene, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have a few other Tiana canvases in my collection. You know, just budget ones that I've collected over the years of different profile scenes of Tiana. So I've kind of gotten in the mood lately of sort of bundling my completions. So like if I work on one canvas and I know something that corresponds to it that's in my collection, I tend to go find those and pull those out and kind of bundle them up together like that. It's just kind of been my thing here recently. I don't know if it in my head, I guess it's making me think that it's gonna have me have completions faster or something. I don't know. It's working for me though, so I'm rolling with it. But yeah, that is Make Your Own Destiny from Disney Diamond Art Club. And yeah, that's today's video. Thought I would show that real quick. As far as I know, this is still available on Diamond Art Club. Pretty sure, since I just got it a few days ago and it arrived pretty quick. It's funny, like the day I was looking at this, I also bought another one that I'll do, not a Disney one, but another canvas through their website that I'll do pretty soon. But that one happened because the day I was looking at this one happened to be at the end of January, and they just happened to have, on the day I was looking, a buy one get one 50% off end of month sale, and I was like, oh hell yeah. So yeah, I have another canvas to do as well. Not today, but pretty soon. So that's it. That's today's video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and we will talk soon. Bye guys.